Hello friends, dear teachers and students. I heartily welcome you all on this beautiful platform, YouTube. Friends, today in this video, we are going to discuss about, in nutshell, the life and overall contribution of Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, which is, the name is also very famous as Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar throughout the world. Friends, as far as the discussion about this person, which is known as an icon for various sectors of life, literature, society, language and whatnot. Friends, the person who had proved through the acts and activities of his life that words are more powerful than the swords. The person who has proved himself that life should not be long, but it must be great. Friends, as far as Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar's life and contribution is concerned, we found Dr. Ambedkar is known as Babasaheb, means respected father, especially in Marathi language. But friends, apart from that, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was an Indian jurist, political writer, economist, thinker, anthropologist, historian, orator, prolific writer, economist, human rights profounder, eminent scholar, editor, agitator, and revolutionary person of 19th and 20th century. Friends, as far as the life of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is concerned, he faced very strugglesome life throughout his whole career. Friends, as we know that the contribution of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is not only a person, but the apostle for the world. As far as the life and contribution of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is concerned, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's whole literature is available on YouTube, on Google also, and near about 5,000 pages are available in PDF form. Those who are seeking about reading the various works and contribution of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, all these pages are available in on Google in form of PDF. Friends, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's life, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's struggle, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's contribution is concerned, which found that the person who born in untouchable caste, the then untouchable caste, but he has proved himself that where you born is not matters, but how you have to prove yourself throughout the life. Friends, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar was born in Maharashtra, and we found that his caste was referred among the untouchables. Friends, as we know that the contribution of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar throughout the world is known as the symbol of knowledge. The person, that the person, the first Indian person to have done a doctorate. It is said that he is master in 9 languages. Friends, all these things are very short about his life. Friends, how his books and his life has proved before us that how Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has struggled lot, but he proved also himself before all of us. Friends, as far as his contribution to life and society is concerned, we found that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is the first person who has first Indian who pursued doctorate in economics abroad. He is also the first PhD in economics and double doctorate hold in economics in South Asia. So we found that he was the icon among the highest educated Indians of the contemporary situation. His life is really his life is really the lighthouse for everybody. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar near about has taken 3 degrees from Columbia University, 29 courses in economics, 11 in history, 6 in sociology, 5 in philosophy, 4 in anthropology, 3 in politics, and 1 each in elementary French and German. Friends, this is the scholarship of Babasaheb Ambedkar. He played various key roles in establishment of modern India. He is the very important person for establishment of the Reserve Bank of India in 1935. Apart from that, you know, friends, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's contribution is really, as we found that, he mentioned that in his The Problem of Rupee, its origin and its solution book, that how rupee or how money is very important for everybody. So all these things came before us, that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's contribution to life and literature is very much concerned. Friends, you know some very important facts about the contribution and life of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Friends, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar till today, he continues to be the only Indian whose statue has been put alongside Karl Marx in London Museum. Friends, we know that what is the contribution of Karl Marx to philosophy as well as various parts of life. And equally, there was a contribution of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Till today, we found that Ambedkar was the only person across the world who had or who did satyagraha for drinking water. Friends, one more very important fact came before us about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, that his very beautiful, great autobiography, Waiting for a Visa of 20 pages, is used as textbook in Columbia University. He was the first to be a lawyer from backward class, and his fame and name is really overwhelmingly acknowledged throughout the modern history of world of politics as well as history. Friends, he was also conferred with India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna, after his death. Friends, the person who was very fluent in 9 languages of the world, he is not only Bharat Ratna, but he is also known as Vishwa Ratna. As far as his contribution to writings is concerned, we found that there are more than 30 books are on his name. As far as his contribution to various sections of life and literature, he is the very important person. He was the chairman of the drafting committee of Indian Constitution, and therefore he is known as architect of Indian Constitution. Friends, if Dr. B.R. Ambedkar will be not on the chairmanship of the drafting committee of Indian Constitution, definitely there will be many lacunas in Indian Constitution. The person who faced various very bad days throughout his life, especially he faced the problems of untouchability, which is very heart-rending ideas came before us. Friends, due to various problems and various issues faced by Babasaheb Ambedkar, he was successful, who studied various constitutions of the world more than 2-3 years, and then he has prepared the great constitution of India. Friends, whenever is there any problem stands before Indian government, before Indian court, before any office, there is the solution of all those questions in Indian Constitution. So, all these ideas came before us that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has contributed not only to any particular part, but he has contributed to every part of the life. Friends, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar comprehensively, when he was the first law minister of Free India, he comprehensively put Hindu Code Bill before Indian Parliament, and which bill has two purposes. That first, to elevate the social status of Hindu women by giving them the due rights, and second, to abrogate social disparities and caste inequalities. Friends, some great things put by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in Hindu Code Bill, that women could now inherit family property, permitting divorce and adoption of girls. This also has given both men and women the right to divorce if the marriage was untenable. Widows and divorces were given the right to remarry. Polygamy was outlawed. Intercaste marriage and adoption of children of any caste would be permitted. All these great things has given or put in Hindu Code Bill by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in Indian Parliament. And friends, due to this, we found that how today women, every woman is safe and sound due to the contribution of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So, he was not only prolific writer, but he was also a great speaker, great agitator of the modern India. Friends, his ideas which came before us, that he is a pioneer of multi-purpose river valley projects in India, and he initiated that Damodar Valley project, Bhakra Nangal Dam project, Sun River Valley project, and Hirakud Dam projects. Friends, you know that how Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was such a visionary idol of this country. Nowadays also in India, on one side there is a lot of raining, and another side there is a drought, and in 1949, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has put all these solutions before Indian government. So friends, the person, such a versatile figure who has given uncountable contribution to the every part of the country India, and hence he is not only of any community and caste, but he is an idol, he is an icon of every Indians. His contribution for all castes and equalities is very much counted today also. Friends, as far as scholarship of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is concerned, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar himself was such a great scholar who has done highest degrees from the world. As the person or as the studied economist, he had proved himself, and he created as very important ideas before the modern generation of the world. In early career, he marked by his political activities, but later on he campaigning various negotiations for India's independence, published the journals advocating political rights and social freedom for Dalits, and contributed significantly to the establishment of the state of India. The person who born as a Hindu, but he proved that he has taken oath that though he was born as Hindu, but he will die not as Hindu. And so, in that regard, all these ideas came before us that in 1956, he converted to Buddhism, initiating mass conversions in Dalits. Friends, as Bharat Ratna Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's life is concerned, we found that who studied in University of Bombay, Columbia University, studies in London School of Economics, and apart from that, he very strongly opposed opposition to the untouchability of the country. Friends, if you read an autobiographical aspects of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar under the title of Waiting for a Visa, thereafter we found that how bitter experiences faced by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar throughout his childhood life. Friends, as far as his political career is concerned, he was appointed as a principal of the Government Law College, Bombay. Apart from that, he also chairman of governing body of Ramjas College, University of Delhi. But as far as Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's political career is concerned, he founded Independent Labour Party in 1936. Then he also fought election in 1937, Bombay election to Central Legislative Assembly contested, and for 13 reserved and 4 general seats, and secured 11 and 3 seats respectively. His who was published a book, Annihilation of Caste, on 15th May 1936, which criticized Hindu Orthodox religious leaders and caste system in general, and a rebuke to Gandhi on the subject. Apart from that, on BBC in 1955, in BBC interview, he accused Gandhi of writing in opposition of the caste system in English language papers, while in support of the Gujarati language papers. Apart from that, he was also the very important person among the Lahore resolution. And friends, in Ambedkar also criticized Islamic practice in South Asia. While justifying the partition of India, he condemned the child marriage and mistreatment of women in Muslim society. It means that he is not only discussing about any particular community, but he was the person who is thinking about everybody as a human being. The person who strongly opposed Article 370 in Indian Constitution. Friends, nowadays, it is very important fact came before us that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar strongly opposed Article 370 in Indian Constitution. Apart from that, many facts came before us that Hindu Code Bill, Uniform Civil Code Bill, in Lok Sabha, friends, all workers has to work for 12 hours in offices, but Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is responsible for creating the law regarding that every worker has to work 8 hours in offices. So, this also contribution of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So, each and every sect of life is nothing but the outcome of outcome of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Friends, after conversion in Buddhism, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar want to contribute a lot, but unfortunately on December 6, 1956, he took last breath of his life. Friends, it was the great loss of our country. The person who has throughout his life sacrificed for upliftment of common man, women, untouchables and downtrodden people. Friends, as far as post-independence India is concerned, as far as socio-political thoughts in contemporary period is concerned, as far as political spectrum of the country is concerned, we found that today also or in next forthcoming 1000 years also Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and his thoughts, his contribution is nothing but the direction, but the proper direction for everybody. Friends, throughout his very fighting and challenging life, more than 30 books written by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. If you read some great or famous names of his books, then you will really feel that how Dr. B.R. Ambedkar contributed to every part of life. The books like What Congress and Gandhi Have Done to the Untouchables, Pakistan or Partition of India, Communal Deadlock and Way to Solve It. Very famous books are Who Were Shudras, Waiting for Visa, Caste in India. Friends, Who Were Shudras is very important book for everybody. Caste in India is very harshly criticized the situation of Indian situation. Waiting for Visa, an autobiographical contribution of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar about his very bitter experiences of untouchability. Apart from that, problem of rupee, the problem of the rupee, and hence Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is also known as world's first great economist, and which he has mentioned there. Then he has also, his study has proved that his books, Philosophy of Hinduism, India and the Prerequisites, Federation versus Freedom, State and Minorities, Mr. Gandhi and Emancipation of Untouchables, which is worse, slavery or untouchability, the Buddha and his Dhamma, Babasaheb Ambedkar's Kathmandu speech, Rise and Fall of Hindu Woman, Constitution of India, the Untouchables, Riddles in Hinduism, Ranade, Gandhi and Zina, Evolution of Provincial Finance in British India, Revolution and Counter-Revolution, Speeches of Dr. Ambedkar in Rajya Sabha, Maharashtra's a linguistic province, Thoughts on Linguistic States, Small Holdings in India and their Remedies, Administration and Finance of East India Company, Riddles of Rama and Krishna, What the Buddha taught, Annihilation of Caste, Ancient India Commerce, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar at Round Table Conference, Buddha or Karl Marx, Simon Commission, Bombay Legislature. So these are very great contributions, 35 books of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Friends, really, if you want to change your life, if you want to become great in any section, then do not put any another icon before you, but just put Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as an icon before you, and definitely after watching Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as your icon, as your idol, as your guide, as your lighthouse, definitely throughout your life there will be no loss. You will be always victorious if you put Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as your icon, as your lighthouse, as your guide. Hence friends, keep Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as guide before you and create your life very beautiful and great one. Again, I pay homage to such a great Indian person who has sacrificed his life for upliftment of downtrodden and untouchables, those are out of the power. Hence, I stop myself here, and again I humbly request you, circulate all these videos among your friends and subscribe my channel. Thank you friends, thank you one and all, thank you very much.